Okay, hello everyone. This is me, Rylan, back to bring you another episode of Minecraft Construction and Adventure. This is my second take on today's episode, as the first one went 35 minutes of me stumbling and bumbling over my words and being a general freaking idiot. So today is a bit of a hodgepodge episode. We're going to show off my not Enderman, already getting off to a bad start. Enderman Blaze. We're going to get off to a start showing the Blaze farm design based off of LJ 275. I will make sure to link his video in the description. He did not, as far as I know, release the specs for this, so this is just based off what he showed in the video. But I will show a much more detailed version of this in a second. But first, we need to get out of here, and let's go down the proper way and turn it on. This uses a clock, which I will turn on now. I should move the button. Okay. Turn on the clock. Open this. And start the mobs spawning. Okay. And if we go over here, we will get a good look at what happens when they spawn. Okay, there they go. As you can see, they are pushed to the side when they land on this. And then they are pushed in the center to a center hole. And apparently I'm having trouble flying today. Lovely. Okay. So anyway, and this is for both sides. This is a double spawner. And I currently have the render distance set to something like tiny, so you can't even see down there. But for good reason. Okay, so now let us go down here to the platform that you saw earlier. It would also help if I were to... Oh, good lord. Close this off. It would help if I were to close this off. Sorry. Stumbling on my words. Anyway, how many are in here currently? 24, not too bad. Okay, let's close this up. And then poison them. And this is based off of the design that is in Etho's, or that Etho made on the Minecraft server that uses poison, splash potions of poison, but you could just use a timed piston crushing mechanism as well. And are they all done being poisoned? Yep. And just throw an instant harming at them, and you're good to go. And as you can see, there is splash potion of poison for 33 seconds in here. And you just open this baby up again. And they get pushed down. Like so. Eventually. I don't know what the hell he's doing. Yep, there he goes. I knew he'd eventually land. Okay, switch back to peaceful. So, let's turn the clock off so that I don't have this running in the background. Switch my video settings back to normal. Done. Settings. Okay. And that is the design. I will put this world up for download as well as the world I'm about to show you so that you can get... this is the Gigantor world, by the way. So you can get a good idea of what's going on. So... Oops. Mob test super flats. so where did I start out? Next to the new wheat farm design. So let us oh, apparently I left this on my last recording. Let's turn that off for now. So this just uses a very simple design. When the switch, when the tripwire is activated, it turns off this redstone torch, which turns this one on, and the signal, it travels by the redstone signal travels around and turns the redstone torch off and on continuously as long as this is off, like so. And the repeaters are necessary because you need to delay the signal long enough to turn this off. You need to delay the signal long enough so that the redstone torch does not repeat itself. I don't know why I have such trouble explaining this particular bit of detail. See? Without the repeaters, the redstone torch is just on, basically. And I have it set up in such a way that it delays the signal. Oops. And as long as you have two redstone repeaters, I do believe that it will work. That's just the timing. You can just set this to be as long or slow as you want. And this is a basic clock. You push the button, it travels around in a circle and turns these on for turns the pistons on, and it just delays the repeaters, delay the signal long enough for it to go in order, and it also turns on each of these. It also sends the signal this way, which turns this block on. No, it ensures that this block is powered, which makes sure that the piston that is pushed out is also powered when it comes in contact with it. Let's see what else. Let's turn this off because I didn't turn it off last time apparently, which makes me an idiot. So let's do this really quickly. Zero. Okay. Sorry for the everything. I've been doing other stuff, but this is a basic ender elevator. I'm certain you've seen other designs before. The only advantage that this one, I actually like this. It uses the new trapdoor positioning. Before, trapdoors were only able to be put on the bottom of the block, but with a snapshot, it's able to be put on the top half, which ensures that your head is always in the wire. And the thing I like about this the most is that the safe fall is built into the design itself. As such, the trapdoors close behind you, but they don't close fast enough to keep you there. And if you want to go between levels, you just do this. If you want to go between levels, you can just get off the trapdoors and then throw a ender pearl. Oops. Throw an ender pearl, but don't fall off. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my mouse today. It's not working correctly. Sorry, I was going to say, you can throw an ender pearl like this, which will slow you down enough to get off of the area. And you could build in a safe fall on one side by having water like this and just having pistons. Yeah, my mouse is not working correctly today. It's actually, let me do something really quickly. Ah, it's fixed. Okay. Well, it's fixed somewhat. You can build a safe fall on the side, or not. I think I think my recording software's freaking up my mouse. And you can have a button here, and you would have sticky pistons underneath you, or not under, sticky pistons attached to the blocks underneath you, and when you push the button, you would fall to the next floor. So, push button, fall down. That's weird. Push button, fall down another floor. Really simple. Let's see, what else? Since I'm over here, I might as well show this off. This is the wheat. This is the other wheat farm design I've made. It uses uh, the principle that water can only flow 8 blocks, so you don't have to use shitloads of signs. I originally had half slabs here, but when the wheat flowed this way, it got stuck in the water, so you have to have full blocks. And this is it just curves up like this. So let's harvest this one. Okay. Oh, looks like some wheat has gotten stuck on the back of that. Yeah. It looks like with this design, wheat does tend to get stuck on the backs of this, which is a bit problematic. Well, it doesn't look like it got stuck everywhere, and for some reason this one is not being hydrated correctly. That's weird. And you get 111 wheat, if I remember correctly, from each of these individual spawning, or each of these pads, and you can just substitute carrots and potatoes since they grow the same way as wheat. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix my mouse at some point. So apparently it still gets stuck a little bit here. You could probably, what you could do is you could not have this particular block here. You could probably set it in such a way that have a half slab like so, or a half slab here or something, and another half slab and like a sign. I don't know. As you need to come up here to plant the wheat anyway, I think you'd only lose a little bit in the case that it would get stuck behind there. Anyway, that's the main wheat design. It's very similar to my other wheat tower. Just uses trapdoors like this, and it has a winding staircase that opens up on each of these corners, pretty much. So you can have 7 layers before hitting that back area, if I told everything correctly. And this is the underwater design as well. Otherwise, you could just, put a ladder up the side of it if you wanted to. Okay, I didn't show this off before, but if I can get in here. Okay, let's get in here. So this is the trap that I developed for Ultra Hardcore. It's based off of something that Packrack did in the video last season, but the idea is that you're in the Nether right now, and so what ends up happening is they're like, "What the hell? We're in the Nether? That's weird." And if they see gold, this is actually a dual trap, and I could set it up in such it's set up in such a way that if I remember correctly, TNT would probably blow up before you'd be able to get out of the... Well, no, not anymore. You'd probably be able to get out of the Nether now without the TNT exploding on your face, unfortunately. But this trap has 2 stages. One, if they see the gold, but they're like, I don't know, this seems like a trap, and turn around and dig out here, like so, it'll activate this, which sends a redstone signal here, and I would normally have a piece of TNT here. And if they panic and try to get away from the TNT, damn. Okay. How would that work? Yeah, actually, if you put the bit of wire here, like this, you could set it up so that, yeah, if the tripwire is here, since they actually have to step out of this area, what'll end up happening is the tripwire is here, and if they break it, it will, that's actually kind of neat. Okay, so what ends up happening is if you put a tripwire here, regardless of whether they break the tripwire or not, it will, in fact, cause this to fall down. So if they break the tripwire, oh, looks like it doesn't. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so if the tripwire is broken, it doesn't cause an update. That's interesting. That right? Shit. Looks like the tripwire was broken. Because now if I step off of this, this happens. Yeah. What I was trying to see was whether or not breaking this activates the tripwire. It does! Okay. So, what I was saying was that if you put the tripwire here, if they break the tripwire, actually that's what I would do. I would make it so if they break the tripwire, it sets off the, if they break the tripwire, it'll set off the TNT and cause this to fall. But if they go this way, it will set off the TNT, which makes them try to run away out. So basically, you could set it up so that it would be impossible. This is literally a design that is impossible to escape from once activated, because you could set it up so that there is TNT right here. And what happens when they break the blocks on the outside edge? I mean, you could have it set so that there's like lava on one side. Hell, if you had lava on one side and that tripwire thing on the other, with TNT, they'll end up taking damage, and it might kill them, actually. Like, if there's TNT underneath them, I don't know how much damage it would do, but this is a neat design, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I like this. So, what it's designed is basically if they step out, they'll activate a tripwire, and they have a chance to get back in. So if you put the tripwire like here, and you make it so that there's nothing, yeah, there's a couple things you could do. I'm rambling at this point, but I do like this design, this trap quite a bit. So what else was I going to show? Oh yeah, this still works. I had to adjust like one redstone pulse, but otherwise it still works just fine. Just gotta wait for it to finish. Yeah, it takes a while. Yeah, slow. So I designed this. Much faster, and not a ridiculous gobbledygook mess of wires. So let's push the button. Oh, and you'll notice that there's no T flip-flop here for a reason. Okay, and let's push it again. And just a second, give me time to, okay, 20 minutes or so. So this has a signal limiter, I want to say it's called, which causes only one of these to be lit at a time. And what happens is when you push the button once, it turns. These are up now, right? Yeah. So these T flip-flops here control whether or not the redstone torch is permanently on or permanently off. And it's designed so that when you push the button, it only flip-flops those particular sets of signals, which makes it so that you only need one set of wiring. So like here, there's this set of wiring is right here is just for uh, up, whereas this set of wiring is to pull all of it down and keep it down. So I think it's a nicer, compactor design, if you will. And you can see it's fairly fast. Done. Yep. So that is my hidden staircase, and the wiring is still hidden. There is a way to make this probably more compact and less like ridiculously wired. If you don't want to hide the wiring, but if you don't want to hide a wiring, you could probably just use sticky pistons to pull down certain blocks, and then have their pistons retract. Honestly, like if the block's up here, you can just pull it. Well, if it's in the side of a mountain, you could probably, like if it's in the mountain pass or something, it would be really easy to have a path go down without being able to see the pistons. But that is mainly everything I've been doing for the past week or so. Digging around with redstone here. I haven't really messed with the mob farm, but it still works just fine. New wheat farm design, nether traps. Oh yes, the other thing I did was I recorded a bit of oh, what is the name of the game? The Legend of Zelda, the DS one. I recorded a bit of that because I was watching speedrun of New Super Mario Brothers DS. Time attack speedrun, if you will. And I recorded a bit of that to see how DS footage recording on my computer looks. So I will append that little bit to the end of the video. You can see how I've decided to edit video that way. And in the future, I am planning on finishing up my race for the end. I might at some point show off how I edit videos. If people seem interested enough, if people seem interested in seeing how this is done, since I just use a really old program from like 2003 and a programming language to do it. So this is Rillin signing off. Hopefully not for another 2 weeks. I will upload this first before recording Race for the End stuff. Just because I'm going to have to record a whole bunch of footage of me killing Enderman. So, sorry for the long wait, and sorry for the probably rambling, boring as hell video that I imagine many of you turned off within the first 2 minutes. But for everyone who stuck around, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again next time.